Hi everyone, so today I'm going to talk about mineral powder foundations. So as I think with most people who've tried them in the past, I have always kind of used the Bare Mineral ones. So they come looking like these, the kind of the full size ones. And to be honest, I've always been really happy with them. However, I have bought quite a lot of makeup recently, so I was trying to find a bit more of a budget version of it, in all honesty, because, you know, one of these bad boys retails for about 26 quid, the RRP, I think, something about there. So they're quite pricey. You know, it's definitely not your kind of drugstore option for it, but it is a beautiful foundation, so I really wanted something that I thought would be kind of as good to compare it with. So I'd seen on Facebook advertised quite a few times about a different company, and it is called Barefaced Beauty. So they also, obviously, because that's what the video is about, they do mineral powder foundations and a few other wee bits and bobs as well, such as eyeshadows, etc. So I got one from them, and it looks like this. So I would say the packaging on it is not quite as classy as the Bare Minerals, but it's not offensive in any way, and I quite like that it's see-through on the top and on the sides and bottom, obviously, because then you can see the actual colour of the powder very easily, no matter where you've kind of put it or how you stack your makeup. So this has, let me check, I've got notes down here, so if I keep looking down at my desk, it's just because I'm reading some stuff. So this has 12 grams of product in it, which is a lot. That is quite a lot of product, to be fair, you know. Whereas the Bare Minerals one has 8 grams of product, and one of these, you know, I think one of these lasts me for about a year, so that's a lot of product you're getting in here, you know, that'll last me an extra little bit of time. So with the Bare Minerals you get a hell of a lot of colour choices. There's about at least 30 that I could find when I was having a look, colour choices that you can take your pick of, which is obviously, that's fantastic, isn't it? Who doesn't like the extra choices? But this one, they still have a lot of choices. They have about 20 choices on the website. And actually the website's really nice for looking. Instead of just listing a whole load of powders and showing you little samples of them, they actually break it down. So it says this is the lightest one, and this is the kind of, this is the neutral version, this is the cool version, this is the warm version, and it goes like that. So I didn't get the palest one because, believe it or not, I actually have a tiny bit of a tan just now, and I'm due to go on holiday in about 2 weeks' time. So I wanted to get one a little bit up from my kind of normal uber white skin tone. So what is the colour that I got called? It's called Honest, and it wasn't the lightest one, like I say, but it was called a light neutral, so I think the palest one's like Fair or something like that. So yeah, really nice. What else do I want to say about them? Oh yeah, so this is the jumbo version, well, not jumbo, normal version, but they also do a wee travel sized one as well, and that's 2.5 grams. Now this cost £14, that's the RRP for it, so that's quite a price difference. It's about half price from the Bare Minerals one. But I didn't pay full price for it, and whenever I've seen it advertised on Facebook, there's always a code, so I paid £9 for it, so that's yeah, like a third of the price of the Bare Minerals one now. And actually I just saw a code for it, and I used it today to get a couple of other wee things on the website actually, and it's 50% off everything, so that's even cheaper than what I paid, so that came to like £7 for it all together, so that's pretty much a bargain, I think, in my idea anyway. You know, so I've used it quite a few times during the week, and I think it's a really nice product, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half my face with Bare Minerals and the other half in this one, the Barefaced Beauty. So there will be a colour difference, alright. I would imagine a slight colour difference. So this is light, and like I say, this is their kind of light neutral as well. But I imagine between brands, I mean, certainly eyeballing them, they do look different. You know, they're definitely not the same for sure. So we'll see how funky that looks in the skin anyway. So to give them a fair chance, I've obviously kind of primed my skin in the same way, and I used a little Bare Minerals Prime Time primer for it. and that's all set and good to go. And then afterwards I'll just use the wee Bare Minerals Mineral Veil as well. So I'll use quite similar brushes for them. So this is the Bare Minerals brush. So when I bought my Bare Minerals stuff, it came in like one of those wee sets and you got the brush with it. So this is the Flawless Face Brush, and for the other one I'll be using a very, very similar brush, and this is a MAC 129 SE. This was a limited edition, one of the Christmas times, maybe a couple of years ago, but they are extremely, extremely similar brushes, so there's no problems. We'll apply with that. Oh, I probably should say about the shakers, eh? So the shaker, when you open the Bare Minerals, is like that, and then obviously you've got the little bit and you can just twirl it around to lock it, just like that, for when you're going travelling and things. And the other one, I'm pleased to say, has the very same idea. So it comes like this instead. It's a little bit hard to see on the screen maybe, but it also has like a little twisty thing, so then you can lock it, and it's nice and easy to use. And looking at the powders, actually, I don't know if it's because my Bare Minerals one's a little bit older. This is just going to go everywhere, I think. Yeah, it just tips to the bottom, you can't really see it. But certainly the Bare Minerals powder is definitely chunkier than this. This is a lot more finely milled when you look at them, you know, kind of after I've shaken them out. So just a wee swirl and a tap off. And like I said, this side is going to be the Bare Minerals side. What I like about a mineral powder foundation, I quite like them in summertime. It just seems a bit nicer on the skin, a bit lighter on the skin than kind of your bog standard liquid foundation. Now, yeah, I think that's a little bit dark for my skin for sure. It's not horrifically dark or anything though. So I do have the ultra light and the Bare Minerals as well, but I wanted to compare a kind of similar colour together, and this is more my kind of summer skin colour. Alrighty, there we go. That's that on. So mineral foundations, you know, they're definitely not full coverage or anything like that. They are a lighter coverage, and that's why I quite like them in the summertime. It's not as high maintenance, it doesn't look so fake, it's just quite a nice natural look. So this is obviously the other brand. This is the Barefaced brand. There we go, so that's all buffed in now. It's supposed to be, I remember the girl in the shop when I bought it said the more you buff it, the better it looks basically. So I've not spent a huge amount of time doing it by any means, but certainly looking in my mirror, you know, there's very little difference between the two sides. And certainly look at my camera, there doesn't look too much of a difference either. Let's have a little up close look. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like I've just used the same powder on both sides of my face. Actually, I thought there might be a difference in the colour of the powders, because like I said, you know, when you look at them in the pans, they definitely look different, but on the face, nah, they're pretty similar, yeah. I would never notice. Anyway, well, I suppose I should say nobody else would notice, not me, because obviously I bloody put it on, but I don't think anyone else would notice that I've just used two different foundations to do either half of my face, that's for sure. Looks really good. So yeah, I like that very much. That is on. Something else I actually bought from them as well. They do little eyeshadows, they do little mineral eyeshadows. So they come in nice wee boxes again. I quite like the packaging from them, it's quite nice, you know. Oh yeah, I should probably say as well, they're cruelty free and they're vegan as well if you're into that kind of thing. So I got this lovely little colour here, and it's called Imperial Topaz because people giving the reviews said it was a good one. So it's got the little shaker thing, just like the foundation does really. Let's shake some out. Cool. And it's very similar to, I've got a couple of Bare Mineral eyeshadows, and actually I prefer the shaker on this one for sure. So the Bare Minerals, actually the holes are quite large, and that's really annoying because when you do it out, like half a ton of product ends up piling out. Whereas this, it's not like a huge amount that comes out, and it's also got one of those nice little twisty seals on it, like the actual foundation does. And this is a bigger size, so this is your kind of general size Bare Minerals one. And you'll see it's the same idea, it doesn't have any of those little twisty things to keep it, so you can't really go travelling with something like this, otherwise you end up opening it up and you've got like half the product sitting on top, which is not ideal. Pretty colours though. So we'll just do a little eye look there. Like I say, I have worn it during the week, so you have to definitely use a primer for it. If you don't, it's going to fade big time and you'll end up just basically around the crease. It just ends up all gathering in there, which is not the best look. And I would say the heavier duty the primer, the better. So something like the MAC Painterly Pot, something like that is perfect for it, instead of a more kind of lightweight primer for sure. And if you do that, then it lasts all day, it's absolutely fine. So we'll take this nice little colour and just kind of pop it all over the eyelids. And I did make a kind of foil of it as well, so it goes, if you use something like MAC's Fix Plus, it goes very nicely too. So let's pop this on. Yeah, I've got to say, I absolutely love this colour, it's beautiful. It's really nice for kind of summertime, spring summertime look, you know. I mean, it's called Topaz, but it's not a topaz colour to me, you know. Topaz is like kind of yellowy orangey, I think. Where this is kind of, I'd say it's more like a kind of champagne, a kind of gold champagne colour in there. Pinky gold champagne. Quite hard to describe actually, but it's just really good, pretty. Alright, let's do the other eye. There we go, that's on. And just so you can kind of see the quality of it versus something like the actual Bare Minerals, I'll use a little bit of these ones as well. So what colour are you? You are Celestine. So this is quite similar in colour actually, but it's a little bit lighter, so I will try and use that on this area. Yeah, they are very similar, but I can definitely see a difference in the colour. This one's definitely paler. Looks nice. And then I'm going to use this very bright gold, which is called Trophy Wife. Must have shaken everything off, I think. Do you know, I remembered this as being so much brighter, this eyeshadow. It's actually not massively pigmented, to be honest, and you look at it and you think, that's going to be. I suppose if I use like a packing brush, it will of course be a lot brighter on there. There we go, so that's the eyes done. It's just a very light, very natural look. That's the thing about minerals, I would say. They're natural, quite natural looking things, which is nice. And obviously the ingredients in most of them are supposed to be really good for your skin. Like I know the Bare Minerals, you're supposed to be able to sleep in them. They've got that few impurities in them. Not that I'd want to, unless maybe I was drunk. But yeah, on a kind of sober night, I would never sleep in my makeup, that's for sure. So we'll set them both with the Mineral Veil, the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. I actually haven't used this in ages, and I don't know why, because it is really, really nice. So let's get some of this on. The only thing is, I've got like this tiny wee tub of it, and that's quite tricky for actually getting the product. Because obviously, like, tiny wee lid and a brush that size, and you can see the big spot of the product now, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the arse, but hey ho, what we'll do. So let's see, that's it on, so let's see if it's reacted weirdly. I would not expect it to react weirdly on the Bare Minerals side, obviously, because it's a product that's designed to be used with their foundation, but see if it's looking a bit strange on the other side. And no, they both look fantastic. Yeah, I'm well impressed with that, I'm not going to lie. It's a fraction of the price, and it literally looks like the same product. you know, it looks the same when I look at it on the camera. It literally looks the exact same up close in my mirror. I wonder if it actually looks better on this side. I think it maybe has like a tiny bit more coverage, just where I'm looking at kind of the areas that I have more pigmentation, which are kind of around my nose. I think it's maybe got like a slight bit more coverage on the Barefaced side. But it's minimal. It's really, really minimal. They're both beautiful products and I'm well happy with it. So let's just put a little bit of mascara on and a little bit of lipstick, because I'm kind of freaking myself out because I look so peely-welly just now. I like having my eyes on. There we go. So that's the finished look. A little bit of a nice understated lipstick as per usual. I just noticed actually when I was applying it that it's actually very similar to my nails, which makes me happy. What is it? By Terry, Fire on the Rocks. And it's a very nice colour. Moisturising. It's nice, it's not matte or anything. So yeah, here we go. Final look. What can I say? I can say I love it. Absolutely love it. I will absolutely buy it again. I don't really ever see me, unfortunately for them, buying Bare Minerals now when I can get this quality of product for that kind of price, and I get extra product in it versus that. So I think it's a fantastic, fantastic makeup brand. So if you haven't heard of it before, yeah, this is what it is. Barefaced Beauty. Give it a bash. They're as good, absolutely as good, if not a wee bit better, I think, actually, than Bare Minerals. And their eyeshadow is pretty nice as well. So yeah, hope this has been helpful to you. And thanks a lot. Bye.